I was worse than a perfectionist because a perfectionist is somebody who's like, I'm gonna keep working at it till it gets right. I didn't even believe I could do it. I was a half-asser because I was like, I'm never gonna get this right. So guess what? I'm not even gonna fucking try. Welcome to the Black Mother Wound podcast, where we center the stories of Black women as we heal from the painful relationships with our mothers. Welcome back to the Black Mother Wound podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Arnice. What's up, y'all? I don't want to move too far away from the mic. How's everyone doing? I would rather be outside in my garden right now. All week, I have been digging holes and planting bushes in my backyard. 17 holes. 17. And I still have 3 more plants. But I was like, I can't do it. Why I tell you I'm strong? I bet you strong. My arms and my shoulders and my back. It's been a workout all week. And I got new patio furniture off of Facebook Marketplace, new to me. So I've been cleaning that and I'm here because I love y'all. That's all I want to say. Because I really, really want to be outside in my yard right now. That's how I know I'm getting older. Because those are the things that excite me. Having gardening shoes, I take off my bedroom shoes and I slide into my gardening shoes. And once I slide into my gardening shoes and I hold my hose like a pistol in my hand and start spraying water, you can give it up. There's really no other place I'd rather be. I was really excited about, I think I talked about this earlier in the year, like traveling a lot. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just want to create a staycation at my fucking house. I want my backyard to just be like a getaway paradise. And I'm like, oh, I really can do this. I've actually next week got somebody coming in to extend my patio with these little square pavers, and they created this whole design for me. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's it right there for me. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about Jennifer. That's where I will be. And I don't even really need any company. I'm just happy to be back there by myself with some music. And I need a hammock. That's one thing. I have a hammock stand. So anybody know where I can find a really good hammock? I need a hammock that can hold a girl that's about 220. And I want to feel like a little pea in the pod too. And I want a pool. It's gonna be a small pool, right? It's like a really big kids pool. But I just want to be able to sit in some cold water during the summer and do that. Let me tell you something. That's all I got to say. I really love y'all because I was like, let me take a shower and come talk to these women for a little while so I can get back outside. But yes, I hope everyone is doing well. Housekeeping, Resolve is opening soon. Look at the show notes for the link or the description in YouTube. I'm probably gonna have a link if you want to join the wait list or if you want to go ahead. No, the link is gonna be what the link is. It's gonna take you so you can go ahead and get the course. It's starting in May. I got some new stuff that we're gonna be doing. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. We're just gonna keep going deeper and deeper. The more I do this work, the more confident I become in myself, and y'all reap the benefit of that. So, it's gonna be so good. So today, I just got a short little word for y'all, and it is stop calling yourself a perfectionist. Language is really important, and I talked to y'all about this, and this whole self-righteous word called perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. I wanted to be done right. Y'all wear it like a badge of honor. And I probably have mentioned this in a past episode, but I just want this to sit independently on its own. It's not perfectionism. That's not even something. This is how I want you to start checking yourself, right? This is how you can really, because healing is an action verb. It's about how you change your behavior. One of your main behaviors is your language. I want you to really audit things that you say over and over again and really go back and be like, does this make any sense what I'm saying? What am I really saying? If you said something 5 or 10 times and it's like a repetitious thing, I want you to go back and find out what you are really meaning and what you are really saying, and don't fucking lie. Do not lie and make it sound good so you can keep doing it. And think about the words you say and say, does that even make sense? Like that word, I love looking up words, right? I feel like I'm very hyped today. Okay, let me take a deep breath. I like looking up words because I want to know what they really mean. What does that mean? And if you look up some of the words that you be saying, you're going to be like, oh, that doesn't even mean that. That means something else. What is the word I should be saying based off of what I really mean if I'm honest with myself? And I am of the conviction, I was going to say opinion, but it's conviction. When you call yourself a perfectionist, what you're really saying is, I don't feel worthy of love. I have to work to earn love. That is what I hear. That's all I hear. And people love to say it out loud because it sounds good and it gives you an excuse, it gives you an out. And generally, somebody else will chime in and be like, girl, I understand. Me too, child, because I wanted to be right before I did it. Both of y'all feel unworthy of love because worthiness is not something you can earn. It is what you are born with. You are worthy of love. And it's so interesting that I'm saying this to y'all because I used to be the person who didn't really believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? But being a perfectionist is so rooted in the trauma that you experienced when you were punished for learning something new, when you were punished for doing something and someone not believing it was good enough, someone abandoning you or shaming you or rejecting you for that thing. And I was worse than a perfectionist because a perfectionist is somebody who's like, I'm going to keep working at it till it gets right. I didn't even believe I could do it. I was a half-asser because I was like, I'm never going to get this right. So guess what? I'm not even going to fucking try because trying makes me very anxious and reminds me of being punished, right? And the remembrance of that trauma is so strong, it creates a barrier for entry for me for a lot of things. It's like I can't even start the thing because I'm so afraid of being rejected, getting my ass whooped, being given the silent treatment. Like, even though it's like, who will give you the silent treatment, Jennifer? You live by yourself. But in my mind, the memory of being an 8 or 9 year old girl and having my mother not talk to me because I didn't clean my room well is still impactful to me. Right. And this is also reason number 4,269,022 of why healing your mother wound is so important is because of all the like the micro ways that it impacts your life. Even if you're somebody who's high performing, being high performing and still having this fear of a threat of being shamed, abandoned, and rejected is fucking exhausting. And that's what I don't want you to have to deal with. I want you to be able to perform at a high level, make mistakes, learn new things, all of that without feeling that you are in danger. Okay? And the only way that you can do this, and nobody likes to hear this, is by exposing yourself. It's like the thing that you have a strategy around. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna practice this and I'm gonna get it together and I'm gonna test it out and I'm gonna say it to myself. I'm gonna write it down and you're gonna have to expose yourself to others. You're gonna have to let other people see it as is. That's the only way because you can sit in your room and do it, right? You can sit in your room and do it. It's the fear of showing up in front of others. And I'm saying this because I think that the people who are in this community and listen and watch me have dreams, right? And my my dream for y'all is that you bring your dreams to manifestation, that you change your life. Personal transformation is one of my core values. Of 5 of them, personal transformation is one. Because and freedom is the other, is one of the others. And they go together because I think that is what we are meant to have. We are meant to bloom into the thing we were meant to be. And I don't care how old you are. I'm 50 and I'm just getting started, right? So I've got a child, I'm a single mom, I got a job, responsibilities, very little outside support, very little to no outside support, but it's all good. Um, but I want you to understand this is why you're here. You know, this is why you're here. Healing your mother wound is not just so you can feel better. It's like, okay, now that I feel better, I can unleash, right? The potential that I have, the dreams that I have, the goals that I have, the talents and gifts that I have. I can unleash those things because I feel safe enough with myself that I can do that. And now my life can bloom and I can be fruitful. But you can't do that if you're running around calling yourself a motherfucking perfectionist because it's not a real thing. And it's not something to be happy about. And it doesn't mean you do better work because you're a perfectionist. Oh, I just got to, I make sure I have a high standard. I make sure it's going to be right before anybody sees it. Nah, you're wasting time. You are wasting time and it's not going to get any better with only you looking at it, with only you listening to it, with only you going over it. It's not going to get any better. You are going to go so much further, so much faster if you execute and put that shit out there. I didn't even come on here to tell y'all that part, but I guess it makes sense. You are wasting fucking time. Put the shit out there. If y'all go back to my first ever episodes of this podcast, I don't even think I had a microphone. Okay? I don't even think I had a microphone. I didn't know what I was talking about. The lighting was bad. I think I was recording on my cell phone. Like this is just an example because if y'all have been here, y'all have seen me grow. I am okay. Let me tell y'all this. Let me give y'all this word. Y'all know I was outside in my garden, right? That's what I've been doing. Well, I get a lot of my shit from Facebook Marketplace, but I get a lot of plants from Facebook Marketplace. I would rather buy it from there than buy from Home Depot and Lowe's. Better prices, better quality, better community, and I just think it's better. Anyway, and so the lady was selling me plants and she had a lot of small plants. And I was like, oh, I want the big plants because when I put them in the ground, I want my yard to look finished. I want it to look beautiful the way it is, right? And she said something so profound just in talking. It makes me emotional. She said, I like watching small plants grow. She said, but I understand everybody's not like that. Some people like to have their plants already ready. So it's not for them. But my plants are smaller, but I like to watch them grow. Y'all, I could have cried in that fucking moment because I didn't used to want to see myself grow. I just wanted to be there. The growth process would be I would be choking. It was like my anxiety would have me in a chokehold. I can't even say it because I didn't believe myself. I didn't believe in myself. Those are two different things, believing yourself and believing in yourself. I didn't have those. So there was so much self doubt, and there was so much shaming, and there was so much abandonment. And it was like, ugh, I cannot bear to watch it grow, because what if it doesn't grow? Right. And when she said it, she changed my whole perspective. I gave that girl that $100 so fast, and I walked up out of there with most of her plants. And I got a like a little garden bed full of little plants, right? And before, I wanted to get them there and sit back on my patio and be like, "Ooh, look at it! It's so beautiful. It's done." And now it's like I want to watch them grow. And it also changed something, because I used to not be able to see a future for myself. So it's like, what if I'm not here? I didn't grow up with a, a vision of the future, because I was so in the moment, surviving in this moment. Everything I had was to survive the moment I was in my childhood, right? And so I did not think about the future. So it must not be here. So it's like everything has to happen right now. And it's got to be perfect right now. Or just forget about it. Fuck it. And don't do it. Right. But the commitment to watching small plants grow changed me, because it made me feel even more at home here. And it was like, oh, this time next year, they'll look like this. 3 years from that time, they'll look like this. By the time my son graduates from college, the plants will be even bigger. And somebody's going to walk in my backyard and he'll be like, oh, it's so beautiful, because they see the finished product. But it's like, I'm going to put these small plants out here now, and I'm going to honor them where they are. They're good enough now, right? And that's what I want for you. That's how I want you to see yourself, because you really do rob yourself with this concept of it has to be right before somebody sees it, right? It's so damaging, and it's so brutal against yourself. It's abusive. That's how I want you to think about it. If you call yourself a perfectionist, I want you to think of that as a very abusive term that you're using. Because imagine being a little girl, and when you're young, you're learning things. You don't know it all. You make mistakes. And you have a mother, and she just says, oh, she's perfect. She does everything right. She's just perfect. She never makes a mistake. Like, the pressure of that on her, where it's like, I don't even want that pressure. I do make mistakes. It's dehumanizing. It's objectifying, right? And I just want you to re-examine your language. And this is an example. This is one example. There's a lot of shit people be saying, like generational curses. Maybe I'll talk about that next week. There's no such thing as a generational curse. It's generational trauma, but it's not a curse. Okay, that's bypassing. Same thing with perfectionism. You're bypassing the feelings of unworthiness that you have. And the only way you can prove to yourself that you are worthy is to put your shit out there, and then do the reparenting work to soothe yourself in the process. Okay. It's not this thing where, oh, well, they didn't like it. See, I know I shouldn't have put it out there. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have tried it, because you're not doing it for them. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself. That's the point. You're doing it for her. It's like your inner little girl, she paints a picture, right? And the adult version of you is like, ooh, I don't even know what the hell that is. She's like, mommy, it's a giraffe and an elephant, and they're in the safari in the Serengeti. And there's a man over there feeding a kangaroo. And that's me and you. And we're having a good time. And you looking at it. She's like, you're like, I don't know what the, okay. And she's like, show all your friends, put it up on the refrigerator. And you like, We're going to wait until you become a better artist and we'll put that one up there. Like, you would never do that. But that's what you're doing to yourself, right? That is what you do to her. And it sends a message that she's not good enough. And you are hustling backwards in the real world with your dreams, and you're hustling backwards in your emotional healing journey as well. There just cannot be this rejection and this abandonment of yourself, right? Imagine a father. He's a great father. And y'all know I be having extreme examples and analogies, but I need to give this to you like this so you can understand just how it is. Take it or leave it. He's a great father, right? For all intents and purposes. He go to work every day, he come home, he plays with the kids, he's loving to his wife, he's part of the community, he go to church, he's doing all the things, right? But every now and then he sneaks into his daughter's room and he molests her, right? Or every now and then he says something about her appearance. He don't say it around a lot of people, just enough to like bring her down a notch, right? Is he a good father or is he a son of a bitch? So I want you to look at how you treat yourself, because I'm advocating for the little girl in you. I'm not advocating for the adult version of you. I'm advocating for the little girl in you, because she is the one who needs you to stop treating her like shit. And you can look at all the good things you do for her. You go to work and you give her a place to stay and you feed her and you clothe her and you ain't got no raggedy nigga up in your face. Hopefully, do you have a raggedy nigga in your face? Because if you do, you're a abusive parent, because he is, guess what? He is abusive to the little girl in you. So that's how I want to think. I ain't even gonna get into that today, Lord. Anyway, but I want you gonna have to take an honest look at yourself. Are you a good mother to you? And the ways that you are not, you've got to fix it. You've got to repair it. You have got to build trust. And you only can build trust through integrity. You only can build trust through repair. And our mothers did a lot of damage to us. And we can focus on all the damage our mothers did to us. But baby, you now have been doing the damage to you. And calling yourself a perfectionist is just an example. And I want you to use it so you can audit other areas of your life in your language to see where you're calling yourself something that's up here. You can't see me, can you, if you're listening? I got my hand up high, like on a 10 level, like top tier, where really you want some bullshit. And I want you to think about how your mother treated you, how y'all went out and paraded around like everything was perfect, but behind the scenes, it really wasn't. Are you doing that now and calling it perfectionism? Listen, and I don't want you to beat yourself up for it, but I do want you to be accountable for it and start making the shifts now. Now, 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 now. Okay? So that's all I got today. I love you dearly. This, I knew I was emotional when I was starting this everything today, because there's so much that I'm growing through myself right now. And I'm putting, like, this is a perfect fucking example. Nobody want to be on no camera crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm a thug. Okay. But I know that this is also a part of my process, like getting it out, it being messy. I got nary a note today. I hope that this come back and sound worth 2 cents and that it touched somebody. My job is just to be obedient to what comes to me. Because I could want to type it up and get the notes perfect and say it this way and say it that way. It would take all of the life out of everything. And y'all wouldn't get these episodes every week if I was doing that either. And then I would talk myself out of and tell you, oh, that's not good enough. You should talk about something else. They're not interested in that. You already talked about that already. Well, I don't think that's a good thing. What do you want they think they want to hear? Do you know what my brain goes through every week to put an episode out and how the self-doubt creeps in? And it's like, oh my God, maybe I'll just quit. Maybe I'll just quit fucking doing this because this is too much. But it's because I want to be certain that it will be liked. I want to be certain that it will be accepted and approved of before I do it. And this is the practice. I can't do that. I can't know. And I can't care. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is my best and keep it pushing. Like, put it out there and keep the fuck going. So I'm in this with you. So I understand. So in case you think this be easy for me, it's not. Sometimes I get a little zesty and it'll flow out, but then my engine start to start to backfire a little bit, and I be thinking in my mind like, oh, should I have said that? What if they think this? What if they think that? Oh, is this right? Oh, should I change the camera? Should I change the angle? Did I put my makeup on? Y'all see the day I came in here, I ain't even got my motherfucking wig on, no makeup on. I was like, if I do all of that, this shit will never happen. I can't do perfect, right? All I can do is good enough and let that be good enough, right? Now I'm getting my braids on the Mars. I'm gonna be a new girl when I come back. But that's just making sure I'm summer ready. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I love y'all. I sometimes feel really bad. I might be digging in, but this is the work. Okay. I'll see you guys next week. Love you dearly. Be good to yourself. Be good to your fucking self, bitch. Okay? Be good to yourself. Bye.